TRUTHEAR Earphone is a new collaboration IEM between Crinacle and the brand TRUTHEAR. Like, I don't know of this new brand called TRUTHEAR. Just saw them recently, and it's another collaboration because Crinacle, the almighty Crinacle, now tunes every earphone for most brands, even the unknown brands. It's crazy now. It's crazy to see this thing these days, but this is where we are right now. Many reviewers now, that is the top reviewers, are becoming more or less like tuning personality these days. They just tune and collaborate with manufacturers, and they stamp their name on some products, and it's now the order of the day. This is another neutral tuned earphone. I've seen the graph, and I've had my opinion about neutral tuned earphones because I just feel if you become a neutral tuned earphone, you lose your magic most of the time. But this is another neutral tuned earphone because if you've listened to anything Crinacle tunes, they are mostly neutral tuned earphones. And they're not a bad thing, but you when you have them for a while, they tend to be shouty, too fatiguing, and maybe they don't have the slam. They don't have the impact, they don't have the rumble to impress you in low end side of things. So the new TRUTHEAR Crinacle Zero is coming with a 10mm driver, and also it's going to have a 7.8mm dynamic driver as well. So it's a dual driver. It has an internal magnetic circuit structure that is pretty much co-worked with a flexible propylene suspension composite liquid crystal polymer diaphragm. So it's a high quality driver in its own right. It's still not an expensive IEM, so don't think that it's a crazy priced IEM. It's $50. It's not necessarily the price that is my concern these days. It's about how they perform sound wise, because every Crinacle earphone I've heard most of the time are too bright, too lean. They don't have that impact, and they've always had that sound. And uh, I don't know, it's his style. It's just that I don't understand why it's now becoming the main trait of sound that goes around all the IEMs that are being produced these days. Nobody wants to add quality bass to their earphone these days. It's incredible. The last time I got an earphone that delivered with decent bass was like 2 3 years ago. It's been a while since I had an earphone. I think it was even the KBEAR KS1. That was the last quality earphone with decent bass, with good bass, not just decent, but with very good bass that slammed. These days, every IEM now are becoming too neutral. It's just now the trend. It's a trend now because Harman became very popular with the the tuning graph that they've produced over the years, and the, that's that's the Harman target. So when you have Harman, you already know you're not gonna have incredible bass. You're never gonna have that impactful bass. So it's just the way this tuning goes. I don't have an issue with neutral earphones. It's just that it's becoming more or less a normal trend now that every earphone has to be too neutral. So that's just my gripe with most recent earphones, especially Crinacle earphones that tend to be too bright or too neutral. Look, $50. I think it's affordable. The sensitivity on the earphone is 117.5 decibels. It has an impedance of 10 ohms. Um, and it's coming with an oxygen-free silver-plated cable, 2-pin connection, and it's good for the money for what I have seen. But I'm not like blown away or anything like that, but we'll see what happens. So I'll leave all the details where you can purchase it in the description. If you want to check it out, do subscribe to the channel, do like our content, follow us here. I'll see everybody very much next time.